The Travel Transformation Podcast is proud to be partnered with Give the Goodness Global, an amazing global outreach project helping families in need all over Southeast Asia and beyond. Please check them out at Instagram.com/Give the Goodness Global today. And now on to the podcast episode.
Welcome to the Travel Transformation Podcast, where we talk all things travel and all things transformation, exploring the life-changing potential of solo travel, intentional travel, and location-independent working. Whether you're an aspiring digital nomad or simply wish to boost your confidence through epic travel experiences, I'm here to motivate and inspire you to go after all your wildest dreams. I'm Jessica Grace Coleman, author, certified travel coach, founder of the Travel Transformation Company, and your host for the Travel Transformation Podcast. Travel changed my life. Now let's change yours. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to the Travel Transformation Podcast, the podcast where we talk all things travel and all things transformation. I'm your host, Jessica Grace Coleman is my full name, and I am going to do a hopefully quick solo episode about ChatGPT, your new travel buddy. ? I call him Uncle Chat GPT. I also have Uncle Google, also a helper, Uncle Grammarly, Uncle Bard. There's lots of tools you can have. I don't know why I call them Uncle. It's a weird thing I have. I think Uncle Chat GPT sounds like, a nice, helpful uncle type figure rather than a cold clinical robot. I think it just makes it sound better. But anyway, now I do have access to the paid Chat GPT, but for the purposes of this episode, I'm going to use the free version, which is currently GPT 3.5. And I want to point out for this, you can give it custom instructions for all responses. So you can go to the bit, the bottom left where your name is, and you can click custom instructions. And it says, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So I use this a lot for business. So I gave it just a paragraph about what I do, my company, my podcast, my books, what content I talk about, my magical movie moments that I talk about. You can also tell it, how would you like ChatGPT to respond? I haven't put anything in this, but I assume for this bit you could say like, act as if you are blank. So if you have a business, act as if you're my ICA, my ideal customer avatar. You can give it the information. Or act as if you are an interviewer and I'm a guest on your podcast if you want to practice your podcasting or your interview skills. Stuff like that. But I just wanted to point that out because I'm going to do some live chat GPTing for people who might not have faffed around with it. That's what I call it, faffing around with it, because I'm not an expert by any means, but I do enjoy using it for all kinds of stuff, business and personal. But because I've got this paragraph written there, which includes stuff about my Travel Transformation Academy, magical movie moments, things like that, it may tweak it and respond with this in mind. So if you haven't got this written out, it will just respond more generically. Okay, so if you've not used it before, you can go to chat.openai.com. And as I said, there's a free version and a paid version, and it will take you to, you can log in and just get going straight away pretty much. So when you log in, it has some examples like tell me a fun fact about the Roman Empire, recommend activities for a team building day with remote employees, create a workout plan for resistance training, come up with concepts for a retro style arcade game. So much stuff you can do with this, but I thought I'd look at what we can do in the travel space. And I don't want to step on any toes here. I don't suggest you replace your travel agent or your travel coach or whoever with AI. I think it's a good starting point to give you ideas, and it can be fun to mess around with, but it's not 100% accurate. It's not completely up to date, I don't think, in terms of the internet. I think it's still a couple of years out, if that's still true. And it can get some facts and figures wrong. So, take it with a pinch of salt. I often use ChatGPT, and if I'm a bit wary of the response it's given me, I'll go and use Google's Bard as well, see if it says the same thing. You can also Google it yourself, stuff like that, if you want to double check, but I just want to put that disclaimer there. I also want to say I listen to Marketing Made Simple podcast with Dr. JJ Peterson. It's one of my favorite podcasts. It's a sort of spin-off of the Business Made Simple podcast with Donald Miller, who I love as well. And the most recent podcast I listened to was a recording of a panel JJ was on about AI, about ChatGPT, and how it can help you with your marketing and lots of other stuff. One bit really stood out to me. JJ was talking about how he has a hobby, quite a unique hobby. It is trying to win ribbons at state fairs for like the most random things you can think of. That is his hobby. So it might be creating a diorama of something. It might be, a vegetable, biggest vegetable competition or a cake competition, or, all the random stuff. We have similar things, county fairs, local fairs, but this is his hobby and he uses Chat GPT. So he picks a thing that he wants to win, he wants to get a ribbon for, and then he tells Chat GPT, or he asks Chat GPT, Uncle Chat GPT, something like, I want to be an expert in this specific subject in 30 days. Give me a outline for a plan for the next 30 days to make me an expert in this field. So it will give him a plan. You might have to do some tweaking, dive deeper on the prompts. That's a whole other art. But like I say, if you just start faffing around, you'll soon learn what works and what doesn't work. And yeah, ChatGPT would give him a 30-day plan of how to become an expert in a certain field. So one day might be a book recommendation. One day might be a video recommendation on YouTube. One day might be you need to follow this person on Instagram. They have a lot of good content. And it's just stuff like that. And over the 30 days, you can become maybe not a full-on expert, but you can get there. You can maybe win that ribbon at that state fair. So I really like that story. I love that is a hobby of his. I think it's amazing. And yeah, definitely listen to Marketing Made Simple, him and April Sunshine Hawkins, co-host, and they always just sound like they're having so much fun. But that's completely random tangent. Okay, I didn't want this to be a super long episode. So I'm just going to type stuff, see what it says, and you can listen along. And if you've not used ChatGPT before, maybe it'll give you some ideas of what to do in terms of travel. But again, you can use this for anything, for your business, for self-development stuff, for personal stuff, anything. So what shall we start with? Okay, I want to travel to New England in the autumn to go leaf peeping. That's when you travel around and look at all the beautiful leaves on the trees when they're changing colour in the fall. And I've done this, so I'll be interested to see what it tells me. I want to go to all 6 New England states, and I want to do as many autumn-related and Halloween-related activities as possible. But I don't want to spend a fortune. I'll be going with 2 of my best friends and we'll be renting a car for the duration. Okay, please give me some ideas that are a little different and a little wacky. We love random stuff. Okay, so I have done that. It's immediately started replying. Exploring New England in the autumn is a fantastic idea, especially for leaf peeping and enjoying Halloween-related activities. Given your interest in unique and offbeat experiences, here are some ideas for your trip. Okay, so I won't read everything, but I'll read the main bits. So, haunted road trip. New England has a rich history of haunting stories, so you can plan a haunted road trip to spooky locations and take ghost tours in each state. Place like the Lizzie Borden House in Massachusetts, Stephen King's inspiration in Maine. I went there. Salem Witch Trial sites in Massachusetts. We also went there. We didn't do the Lizzie Borden House, so need to do that next time. Pumpkin chucking. Attend a pumpkin chucking event where pumpkins are launched through the air with catapults and other devices. Wow. Okay, I love pumpkins. We went on Rhode Island to this amazing Roger Williams Park Zoo, I think it was, a jack-o'-lantern spectacular when they had 5,000 pumpkins, carved pumpkins, all lit up. It was amazing. We did not go to a pumpkin chucking event. This sounds incredible. Treehouse stays. Consider staying in tree houses in the woods, such as Vermont and New Hampshire. I would love that. Apple cider donut tasting. Okay, we did this. We actually went to a place called Cold Hollow Cider Mill in Vermont, which was just down the road from the Ben & Jerry's factory. My favourite street, Ben & Jerry's and apple cider donuts, and the place smelled amazing. Okay, corn maze adventures. New England is famous for its elaborate corn mazes. We did one of these in Maine, Dayton Park, I think it was called. So yeah, great. Covered bridge hunting. I love covered bridges. Explore the charming covered bridges scattered throughout the region. Make it a game to find as many as you can and take unique photos at each one. I actually really love that idea. Attend fall festivals. Look for small town fall festivals where you can experience local culture and traditions. Many of these festivals feature quirky competitions like pumpkin catapulting or pie eating contests, and maybe JJ winning a ribbon. We actually didn't do this. Why didn't we do this? Oh my God, I needed Uncle Chat GPT in my life. We went in 2017. It wasn't a thing then. Historic graveyard tours, explore historic cemeteries, which can be atmospheric in the autumn. I actually love this idea. We did do a few cemeteries. That sounds weird. But we went to the one in Sleepy Hollow where Washington Irving is buried. And we didn't do a tour, but we went there. And we did a haunted Boston tour, which is kind of similar, but it was all around the town. Lobster and seafood extravaganza in New England, famous for its seafood. Yeah, I don't eat seafood, but we did go to Barnacle Billy's. My friend Vicky wanted to go there. So yeah, definitely did that. Capture the fall foliage. Instead of just admiring the leaves, try leaf pressing or leaf art. That's a great idea. Collect leaves from different states and create a memorable keepsake. I actually really love that. Chat GPT, great ideas. So that gave me 10 ideas. So then you can delve deeper on one. So I could say, which one did I like? Let's go with the fall festivals. Can you give me more information or ideas around number 7, which was the fall festivals one? So you can delve deeper here. It says, certainly, fall festivals in New England are a great way to immerse yourself in the local culture and enjoy unique activities. Blah, blah, blah. So 1, it says, find local festivals, research. 2, food and drinks. Many fall festivals feature regional food and drinks. Gives you ideas. Maple syrup, pumpkin-flavoured dishes, cider donuts. There are craft fairs you can explore. Live music will be performed at the festivals. Local bands, traditional or folk music. Competitions. Some festivals have quirky and fun competitions. Scarecrow making contests, best apple pie contests, foliage tours. Some festivals may offer guided foliage tours. Didn't know that. Arts and culture, dance performances, theatre shows, historical reenactments, interesting. Farm tours, family-friendly activities, photography opportunities, plan your schedule. And yeah, gives you all those ideas. Okay, so what should I put now? I could put, this all sounds great, but I have zero idea how to even start planning a trip like this. This is a lie, by the way, because I did plan a trip like this, but I just want to see what it says. Can you help me? So it says, of course, I can help you getting started with planning your New England autumn road trip. So it has a step-by-step guide to organise your adventure. So 1, define your goals and interests. It gives you more info. 2, set a budget, more info. 3, choose your travel dates. 4, select your travel companions. 5, create an itinerary. 6, accommodation booking. 7, transportation. 8, research festivals and activities. 9, create a calendar. Again, there's more information for each one of these, and you can delve deeper into any one of them you want. 10, pack accordingly. 11, travel essentials. 12, traveling light. I need that. 13, technology and connectivity. 14, stay updated on weather and events, stuff like that. 15, enjoy and document your journey. 16, safety first. And again, you can dive deeper into any one of these. So you could say, what do you mean by safety first? Or how could I document my journey? That kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, there's literally so many things you can do. But again, keep in mind that it's not completely up to date. So it may tell you to go somewhere and you might want to double check that it's not closed since COVID, that kind of thing. Okay, I don't want this episode to go on forever, but I do want to just see how we can dive deeper. And again, if you want to pay for the premium version, I think it's about $20 or pounds, maybe dollars a month. And it is better. But I wanted to show you the free one because I think a lot of people will access the free one. Okay, so let's give it a problem. This all sounds great, but okay, I'm going to put something really random and see how it responds. But I'm allergic to leaves. How can I enjoy a leaf peeping road trip while keeping safe? I have no idea what it's going to say to this. If you have allergies to leaves, but still want to enjoy, I mean, it might be a thing. I'm laughing about it. It might be a real thing. Sorry if it is and you have an allergy to leaves. I guess it is a thing, obviously. But it's given me some ideas. So 1, monitor pollen counts. Got some info on that. 2, travel during the right time. When pollen levels are typically lower, they may be lower in the early stages of autumn. Choose allergy-friendly destinations. Keep windows closed while driving. Use allergy medication. Consult with your doctor. Wear protective gear, such as sunglasses to protect your eyes from allergens. Mask or a scarf to cover your nose and mouth when you're outdoors. Stay in air-conditioned accommodations. I mean, this is pretty good info for any allergy, I guess. Limit outdoor activities. Stay hydrated. Have an emergency plan. Carry an EpiPen auto-injector if your leaf allergy is severe. Ooh, I hope it wouldn't be that severe. Allergy testing. Consult with an allergist. So yeah, it took me seriously. Didn't think I was joking. Again, sorry if you're listening to this and you have a horrific leaf allergy. I'm going to have to Google this and see if it's a thing. I didn't actually think it would be much of a thing, but it might be.
Sorry for the interruption, but I just have to tell you about Jessica Grace Coleman's new book. Intentional Travel Transformation. Boost your confidence, conquer your fears, and finally become the person you've always wanted to be, which is out now. This book is part memoir, part practical guide to help you transform yourself and your life through travel. Learn about Jessica's own tale of travel transformation, read unique transformation stories from the travel buddies she's met on the road, and make your way through her travel transformation framework, a method you can follow to create your very own bespoke travel transformation strategy. Your roadmap you can use to incorporate intentional travel into all your future trips. So, have you packed your bags yet? Because it's time to flip the script on your life and transform through travel. Get Intentional Travel Transformation now from Amazon or head to www.traveltransformationcoach.com/books for more info. And now let's get back to the Travel Transformation Podcast.
Okay, so what else can we do? I am traveling from the Midlands in England. What is the best airport to fly into and out of for my New England road trip? See what it says. Last time we did this, I went to New York because we wanted to do a few days at the start and at the end. But I think Boston might have been a good idea as well. Oh yeah, so it's just giving me a list of airports. So Boston, Logan International, Bradley International, Hartford, Connecticut, Manchester Boston Regional Airport. So it's just it's basically giving me the best airport in each state, which is really useful. And then it says to decide on the best airport, consider the following factors: your intended starting point in New England, the specific states you plan to visit, flight availability and affordability, rental car availability at the airport. Additionally, you may choose to have a round-trip itinerary starting and ending at the same airport, or opt for a one-way trip flying into one airport and departing from another. The choice can offer flexibility in planning your route. Okay, let me add something else. I am a big Stephen King fan. Where should I go? And what Stephen King related activities can I do? And I did a couple of these when we went to Maine. Okay, so Bangor, Maine is where we went to, his hometown. Inspired Derry in his books, in It especially. Yep. Go and see his mansion. We did that as part of a tour. Visit the Barrens. It's said to have inspired locations in King's novels. Visit where he attended high school. Go to the Standpipe, Volcanic Water Tower. We went on there in the tour. Salem's Lot. It's fictional, but it was inspired by the town of Cumberland, Maine. It's got some other Maine-related, Stephen King-related places in Maine. Author events and tours. Read while you travel. Take some Stephen King books with you. Or listen to audio versions of Stephen King's books as you travel between locations. Didn't actually think about that. Mainly because we usually have a very cheesy playlist to sing along to in the car. So yeah, you can also, play around with it, have some fun. Do you have a favourite Stephen King novel? I'll probably say no, I'm a robot. So I've asked it, do you have a favourite Stephen King novel? I don't have personal preferences or feelings. No. Sometimes you can try and have fun, and it doesn't work. What should I do for Halloween this year? I'm recording this. Halloween is just gone. Let's see what it says. Halloween costume party, pumpkin carving contest, haunted house visit, outdoor movie night, scary movie marathon, Halloween baking, ghost tour, Halloween themed dinner, DIY decorations, visit a corn maze or pumpkin patch, costume photo shoot. Oh my gosh, it's going on and on. Trick or treating, Halloween themed games, virtual Halloween party, volunteer or fundraise. So, you can ask it for all kinds of different stuff. Okay, let's get back to the travel thing. Okay, so my friend has used ChatGPT in the past to ask it where she should visit based on her background and what she wants to do. So I could say, I am a digital nomad and need to work while traveling. I want to visit somewhere in Europe that has a good digital nomad community, that has good Wi-Fi, that has plenty of outdoor activities to do, preferably with some mountains and lakes, and where there's a good remote working community I can tap into. I don't have a lot of money, so it needs to be done on a budget. And I want somewhere that is open-minded, that opens their doors, don't know if that's the best phrase, to people of all backgrounds, cultures, orientations, skin color, religion, without discriminating. I spelled that wrong. Thank you, Grammarly. Without discriminating against anyone, because why would you want to go somewhere that discriminates against people, especially when you're traveling and you want to meet people from all over the world? You want to go somewhere where everyone is welcome. So let's see what it says. If you're looking for a European destination that meets your criteria for a digital nomad lifestyle, offers outdoor activities and embraces diversity, consider Bansko, Bulgaria. I nearly went there this year. And I know they had a big digital nomad conference that a lot of my friends went to. So that is spot on. And then it goes into detail. It has a digital nomad community. It has co-working spaces. It has affordable living, has outdoor activities. It has mountains, has lakes and nature nearby. Fast and reliable Wi-Fi in many accommodations and co-working spaces. Inclusivity and open-mindedness. Visa policies. It's part of the EU, making it accessible to EU citizens. If you're outside the EU, check the visa requirements. Culture and history. Has a rich culture. Lots of museums. And then it tells you about the language. Bulgarian is the official language, but many locals, especially in tourist areas like Bansko, speak English, which should help with communication. So that's really useful. And then you can delve deeper into that, ask it about what particular co-working places are there, what does the digital nomad community do, all that kind of stuff. So that kind of thing is really useful. You could also say, I am terrible at packing. I can't pack light to save my life. I'm going to go to Bansko for 2 weeks and I'll be working, but I'll also be eating out, doing outdoor activities and having fun. Can you give me a packing list for carry-on luggage? I never do carry-on. I always check in a suitcase because I cannot do it otherwise, but I'm usually going for a few months, so that's my excuse. And then it's given me a list. It's done it in sections. So clothing, mix and match outfits, 5 to 7 tops, 2 to 3 bottoms. It tells you which bottoms stuff. 1 to 2 dresses or dress shirts, outerwear, comfortable walking shoes, dress shoes or flats, swimwear, undergarments and socks, sleepwear, accessories. And it has work essentials, so laptop and charger, extension cord, headphones or earbuds for virtual meetings, work documents and stationery, a portable hotspot to ensure your accommodation has Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi. It has outdoor gear, hiking or athletic shoes, weather-appropriate outdoor clothing, backpack for day trips, water bottle or hydration pack, sunscreen, insect repellent, first aid kit, toiletries, it goes through everything you need, electronics, entertainment, and then miscellaneous, travel size laundry detergent, travel wallet, travel insurance information, reusable shopping bag, and it has documents, passport or ID, visas, printed itinerary, photocopies or digital copies of important documents. You can literally get it to do anything. So you could then say, oh, I don't want to do outdoor activities actually, but I will be going to lots of fancy dinners. Tell me what I need to pack. And it will tell you. There's so much stuff you can do around travel. This was an off-the-cuff episode, so I had no plan. If I had planned it, I might have come up with some more different things I could ask it. Let me just think. Maybe I could ask it, what's the best way to travel around Europe in terms of transportation? I'm guessing it's going to say train, but yep, number 1, train. Bus, flights, car rental, bicycles, boats and ferries, trams and metros, walking, carpooling and ride sharing. Apps like BlaBlaCar. And you can delve into this. Like I said, any number you want, you can ask for more information. But yeah, just be aware it might not be completely up-to-date information. So you can ask it about transport, you can ask it about packing, you can ask it about specific destinations, you can ask it about if you're a digital nomad, about work, Wi-Fi, co-living, co-working communities, all that kind of stuff, how to get places, itineraries, what you should be aware of. Let's test that. What should I be aware of in terms of safety as a solo woman traveling through Europe alone? So it's thinking, there we go. Research your destination, accommodation safety, stay connected, solo traveller communities, blend in, use reliable transportation, avoid nighttime arrivals, solo night out information, trust your instincts, secure your belongings, learn basic phrases, know local emergency services, travel insurance, self-defense, consider taking self-defense classes, meet locals safely, and you can just go on and on and on. So, I mean, a lot of people are scared about AI taking their jobs. I understand. I have an editing, writing business, and a few clients, after contacting me, have been like, oh, I used AI. I don't need you. And yes, people are that rude. I don't need you. I've got Uncle Chat GPT, which is fine. I just wish they wouldn't be so rude. But obviously, I think we need to learn how to use AI and Chat GPT as part of our business or as part of planning. We don't want to completely replace people, because I don't think anything will ever replace an actual person working with you on something. But it gives you a good starting point. It gives you ideas. It gives you like fun things you might never have thought about doing. I'm going to add all these things to my New England plan if I'm hoping to go next year or the year after. Yeah, these will be great ideas, actually. I really like the going to all the covered bridges and doing weird photos and collecting leaves and pressing them and maybe putting them into a keepsake book, things like that. So yeah, there's loads of stuff you can do. Really have fun with it. I use it a lot for work. Like I say, AI helps me with my transcriptions for the podcast. If I am having trouble coming up with ideas for content, I can ask AI, or I can give it my own ideas and say, can you expand on this? Or I could give it an article and say, can you break this article I've written and say, can you break this up into captions for Instagram and Facebook, that kind of thing. You can use it as like a diary. You can use it as a journal, like a magic journal that talks back to you. So if you have any issues, any things you want to get off your chest, you can get it off your chest to Uncle Chat GPT. It might even give you some ideas of how you can solve your issues, or just have someone to talk to if you don't want to talk to an actual person. Like if you don't want to burden your friends or family with it, or you just want to sort of mull things over or talk things over and see if you can get a different perspective. It's really good for that. So yeah, I just want to do a quick episode on that. As usual, it's gone a lot longer than I anticipated, but there we go. I hope it gave you some ideas. I hope if you've never used it before, this might encourage you to try it. And like I say, you can use it for fun things. And again, it's chat.openai.com. I'll put the link in the show notes as well. That's the free version, version 3.5. And like I say, give it some background info first, and it will provide more custom replies to you, which is really useful. Okay, so that's it for now. I'm going to keep talking to Uncle Chat GPT about New England. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Travel Transformation Podcast with me, Jessica Grace Coleman. If you enjoyed this episode, I would really appreciate it if you could please subscribe, rate and review, and spread the word, because it's my mission to help as many people as possible to flip the script on their lives and transform through travel. And remember, life is short, so let's make sure it's nothing short of amazing. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.